there, and welcome to DJ Kit TV, and welcome to the DJ Kit showroom in Newbury. We're going to be showing you a bit of an oversight and insight into the Numark NV, freshly arrived at DJ Kit today. We've been putting it through its paces, trying to pick out the faults, give you some sort of independent kind of views. My name's Graham, and my lovely man Simon is here with us.
Hi there.
And we're going to pick this apart and give you some feedback on it. Really, Numark, I've got an amazing kind of product here. We want to kind of really see, is this the controller that's going to change the game really for a lot of people? Could it be that a new generation of DJs will actually look like the DJ not answering emails or on Facebook? What do you reckon, Simon?
I think definitely, mate.
It could really change that. Could be problematic for all those DJs who are answering emails or being on Facebook when they're DJing, but that could be a bit of a problem. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, they should be working properly, not, you know.
Yeah, so the benefits of this unit is obviously we've got these lovely LED screens on the unit. One of the first controllers that's kind of doing it in a kind of more pro robust kind of build. There was previously a Stanton unit that kind of had the waveforms on the controller, but it was much smaller, not so well built, felt like a bit of a toy. This really feels like a pro bit of kit from Numark. Really solid build quality on this. I think Simon and I were saying actually well impressed by how much Numark have really upped the game on this. It's you know, you can see it's really kind of slim, but really feels very robust and well built. Would you agree? The
functionality that they fitted into that footprint is amazing. You know, it turns out that it's probably around the same sort of size as a Pioneer DDJ SR, but obviously slightly slimmer as well. But you know, the functionality in a small unit like that is quite incredible. So yeah, I think they've done a magic job, and you know, I think it's really going to change the Numark name around a bit.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, the build quality, I mean, for those people familiar with the NS72, which is, you know, Numark's kind of upper range kind of controller, they've actually bought the same kind of knobs over from that mixer. So the filter pots, the EQ pots, the gains, the effects, they've all got the same quality. So you're getting really high quality pots on the kind of controller, which feels lovely, you know, really nice. The faders themselves feel really nice. All the cue pads as well, they're all rock solid. You've got a nice kind of resistance on the pitch control. Nice size jog wheels, a bit smaller than some of the other controllers out there, but you know, plenty of kind of feel there for people who like to do a bit of scratching. So yeah, proper solid. It's got XLR outputs on the back as well as phono outputs as well. It's got the ability to run one auxiliary input into the unit, or a microphone, which is switchable on and off up here, and you've got your gain control for that input there. So yeah, pretty impressive kind of actually how well built it is really. So yeah, the main thing we want to go on to next really is looking into the LED screens. So let's focus in on that. So what we're going to go into here is really, what do you get with these LED screens? The main idea being you can fold down your laptop screen and you're not actually looking at the laptop at all when you're DJing. So what you get is, you get a number of views. You get your view where you can look through your tunes. So you've got a back function, so you can go scroll up and down through your library. You can make all your crates, whatever. Press the top of the encoder, it's going to take you to then load a track, and then you press the load button and the track's in. The other great thing that you can do is then when you get to the other views, you can see one of the views, you can see the beat incrementation for the looping function. If you go to the other view, you'll be able to see the actual track waveform, and the great thing that you can do is switch between two different decks, and you'll notice how quick it's just jumping between one and the other. So it's really quite impressive. So here in the background we've got two tracks playing that are looping. Now, What I didn't have on there was the old slip function, so that actually the track would then have kind of kept in sync with each other there. But lovely little illustration there of how it can jump between visually one track and the other so quickly. You know, it's really crystal clear. You know, you can see your kind of loops visually, which is great for the kind of creative DJs out there who want to be kind of looping things. And, you know, you can do that on 4 different decks as well. Obviously, 1 and 3 on this side and 2 and 4 on the other deck. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, what do you think of the LED?
I think they're really, really cool. Really nice, bright lights as well. So you can imagine in a darkened club, you know, you're straight away. And, you know, the ideal thing is, well, there's no laptop. You know, you just fold your laptop away and you're away, you know.
Yeah.
That gives you more presence on the stage as well, you know, so you're not, you know, as you said, looking at your emails or checking your whatever, you know, you're more engaged with the crowd, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the other functions as well that you'll get to see on you can see all your different cue points that you've set as well across the waveform. So, you know, that's ideal as well. You can really get a good idea of what's going on with the tune. It's also going to enable you to kind of be more aware of what's happening with Serato flip function, but more on that on a future video. We're still trying to get down to the real nitty gritty of all that so that we can show you exactly how to make the benefits of the NV. So that'll be in a further video coming. One of the other great features about the Numark NV is the ability to delete beat grids that aren't kind of working, to set new beat grids, and then also to move the beat grid markers. The one downside is that when you're doing that, you can only see the results of it on the screen on the laptop, and some of you can't actually see at the moment the beat markers on the screen here. So, for example, if we were to play this track here, you'll see the track is scrolling along, but there is no beat markers there to show the first beat in the bar. Whereas if we were to look on the Serato DJ screen, as you can see in the insert, actually the beat markers are there. So that's one trick that I think the actual unit itself is missing. Spoken to Numark, there's a potential that might be on a firmware update, or, you know, and that's really gonna, if you can see the beat grid yourself and any adjustments that you make to it on the actual unit, I think that's really going to change things for a lot of DJs. Yeah, that's really going to, I mean, you don't need your laptop open at all then, you know, you can do everything from the unit. Yeah, and it really makes it a far more kind of playful experience with it, you know, playing with the music as well. So it really gets your hands on, and it is really quite amazing as to how much not looking at the screen and just looking at the controller really does change things. I think a lot of digital DJs have got used to that whole kind of laptop experience, but there is some downsides to it, and I think this is really going to sort of change things. Obviously, with the folder section as well, you can go in and out through folders. If you're a mobile DJ with thousands and thousands of tracks, if you were going to use this unit, you may well want to put them into subfolders within Serato, so that you can actually be going through smaller folders. Obviously, you haven't got the ability to type in and kind of choose tracks, which some DJs like to do. But, you know, there is a great kind of facility there, and it's really nice and clear, and it's going to stand out well in a club or party environment. You know, it's got a real sort of nice brightness to it. So that's the LED features kind of covered at the moment, and now we'll go on to talking to you about the touch effects and the filter roll. So without this engaged, just got low pass filter, high pass filter, the filter roll on. When you then press it a second time to get it to flash on and off, it will also engage the first effect. So you can, for example, if you've got a pan delay on it, you can get some lovely effects. Right, so now we're going to go through the next feature, which is sort of fairly unique to the NV, which is the touch effects. Okay, so what that means is you got your track playing. If you press touch effects, it means that the effects that are up here will be engaged. So as you can see, when the touch effects button is lit solid, you can touch the top of the 3 effects pots and basically it will toggle them on and off. So it's quite a handy little effect. If you press it so that it flashes, that then engages both the effects will continue to work like that, but also the EQ will work on that level, so you get an EQ cut. And it goes to total cut on all 3 pots. So that's a great little feature, but what we have noticed, and I think Numark are hopefully going to work on this, is that also seems to happen when you touch the side of the pots as well as the top of the pots, which is, I'm guessing, is a little bit of a kind of quirk and something that hopefully going to do on a firmware update or a bug fix. Because sometimes when you're trying to touch something and change the parameter of the effects and you don't actually want to switch it on, it's getting switched on by the fact that you've touched the pot at the moment. So that's a little bit of a kind of a thing that I think will be solved in future firmware updates. Simon, about what you think about the effects on this one?
Yeah, no.
No. Are you just worried about how you're going to answer your emails or do Facebook or Twitter updates?
How am I going to find the time to do that?
Yeah, really. It's really going to impact on those DJs who like to do updates in the middle of their sets, you know, hashtagging this and hashtagging that in the middle of their sets. It's really going to put the essence on shutting that laptop and you know, getting on with the DJing. So really, there's lots of great possibilities there. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on the video. Come down to the DJ Kit showroom in Newbury. We've got one on display which you can kind of put it through its paces. We'll be back to show you the flip functions in detail in a future video. And yeah, that's it. The Numark NV, that's now on sale at djkit.com. So get down there, get on the website, check it out, and let us know what you think.